Well, hello again, folks. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to talk to you about my next experience on my therapeutic odyssey. So, it's a lot of money, private therapy. I've spent ridiculous amounts of money in the last 29 years on huge numbers of different therapies. And also, every now and again, I get lucky and get therapy on the NHS. So, I've been investigating EMDR on the NHS. And I'm making this on because this is to help other people. You need to know about this stuff. So someone who has experienced huge amounts of traumas in the past and possibly ongoing traumas in the present, they need help, which is what I need. So I've been to my assessment session and it was an hour long, and in fact we overran. And in fact I've got so much going on that she's going to have to call me back and have another session just to complete it. And what they're offering, in Devon it's called TalkWorks, and what they're doing is they're offering cognitive behavioural therapy, which I've had in the past, and frankly it's just small potatoes for someone like me with what I'm going through. It just can't reach the parts. So this has been very different from the previous experience with Catherine. So this one's been with a woman called Steph. So what I want to explain to you is this. I realised I was given a wonderful tool yesterday with these vibrating buzzer things in my hands. So what I've done is I've mimicked it. So throughout the session I've been sitting there answering her questions. It's been a classic case history. This is where lots of therapists work. Opposite to shamanism, I might add. With shamanism we don't do the case history first, we do that after the treatment. We find it more effective that way. But this is the way they do things here. So she takes the case history, and while she's been doing that, I've been squeezing my hands. I've held them in fists and just been squeezing them alternately. Pretty much a squeeze every second, left, right, left, right, left, right. And that has been my way to mimic the benefits of the vibrators that I had with the EMDR therapy yesterday. So that's really great. And it has been a very heavy session because she actually has wanted to hear a little tiny bit about pretty much all my traumas in life. That's taken a long time. We've got more to go. But what I'm really heartened about is she can already see that I'm not going to be suitable for CBT, cognitive behavioural therapy, and I need something, what she says I'm going to need some kind of high intensity therapy, and EMDR is a high intensity therapy. So I'm actually really pretty excited today because I now realise there's a distinct possibility that I'll get actually what I need to help myself. Now I need to explain this. In the previous film I spoke about Catherine working for me to bring me into connection with my shamanic toolkit. What we are going to be doing, we're going to be working very specifically with my shamanic guides and helpers during these EMDR sessions, and that's all about helping me in terms of the day-to-day, the traumas of the now rather than the traumas of the past. And she made it really clear that the only past traumas we'll be working on will be to do with the deaths and the losses of these various people from my life. But we're not going to go anywhere near the abuse stuff because she's not qualified to do that. So you can imagine my heart sank slightly at that time. But what I'm excited about now is I know there's a really good chance that I will eventually, it'll take time, it always does with the NHS, it'll take time, but eventually I will get a referral to an EMDR therapist who's going to be willing to work on my childhood stuff. Now that is well exciting, because basically the first film about the EMDR with the first therapist, that was so funny. Second one, really honestly saying outside the range of expertise. Well, with this I've actually got a good possibility, and that's going to make a huge difference in my life. So I've got to look forward to, in the near future, in the coming weeks, becoming reconnected as a shaman, re-grounded, self whatever it is, can't remember that thing, something or other, can't remember. That's really cool, really looking forward to that. And then to know that there is also the possibility on the horizon to be able to dive deep and get real help with that stuff. So I feel that this year is going to be about my literal renaissance as a person, literally reconnecting myself and feeling more empowered than I've done for a very long time. So I'll be able to make a lot more interesting films for you when I'm more connected. So thanks for staying with me on this journey for now. Cheers.